Get ready to uncover the 25 best places to visit in the United States. A journey through unparalleled destinations that promise adventure, culture, and unforgettable memories. A city where jazz rhythms dance through the air, French Creole flavors ignite your palate, and Mardi Gras turns the streets into a kaleidoscope of celebration. That's the magic of New Orleans. How about standing before the roaring cascades of Niagara Falls, witnessing a natural wonder that leaves millions awestruck every year? Or perhaps you're gazing up at Seattle's iconic Space Needle, its futuristic silhouette defining a skyline framed by mountains and sea. But what hidden gem lies amidst Arizona's rugged landscape, drawing travelers with its mesmerizing red sandstone formations? Fun facts about the USA. Let's start with a little background about this vast and diverse country, because understanding its history and geography is key to appreciating the incredible variety of places we're about to explore. So the United States is the third largest country in the world. From the Pacific waves crashing against the cliffs in California to the rolling Appalachian Mountains in the east, the landscapes are as diverse as its culture. It's a land of 50 states, stretching across North America, bordered by Canada to the north and Mexico to the south. But did you know? The story of America's discovery might not be what you expect. We've all heard about Columbus, but some records suggest that explorers from Asia may have arrived here even earlier. At that time, indigenous tribes were already thriving, their rich cultures rooted in these lands long before Europeans arrived. The Dutch were some of the first to settle, and you can still find traces of their influence in city streets and shop names today. So the United States is home to some of the world's most breathtaking natural wonders. Yellowstone National Park, the Grand Canyon, and the Great Smoky Mountains are just a few of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites waiting to be explored. The US flag has gone through 27 different versions. The stars and stripes have evolved just as much as the nation has. And while Washington, D.C. may be the capital today, it hasn't always held that title. A little known fact to keep in mind as we explore these historical locations. Another curious tidbit, the US doesn't have an official language. English might be the most widely spoken, but the melting pot of cultures here means you'll hear many languages across the country. So we can't talk about American icons without mentioning one of the most famous, the Statue of Liberty. Officially named Liberty Enlightening the World, it was a gift from France, symbolizing friendship and freedom. Its intricate design by French sculptor Frey de Ric-Auguste Bartholdi and the engineering genius of Gustave Eiffel, yes, the same man behind the Eiffel Tower, make it a must-see when visiting the country. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. As we dive deeper, we'll take you to places you've always dreamed of, and maybe some you've never heard of. So grab your notepad, start planning, and let's explore the best places the USA has to offer. Number 1. Yosemite National Park. Ready to explore a destination where nature shows off in all its glory? Let's dive into the raw beauty of Yosemite National Park, one of California's most awe-inspiring gems. But be warned, once you see it, you'll be hooked. You're standing beneath the towering granite cliffs of El Capitan, craning your neck to take it all in. The sheer size of it almost makes you feel small, but in the best way possible. You hear the distant roar of a waterfall, but it's not just any waterfall. It's one of Yosemite's legendary cascades, crashing down from heights that seem unreal. It feels like nature is alive here, every sound, every view, every breeze reminding you that this place is something extraordinary. Yosemite isn't just about the cliffs and waterfalls, though. It's also home to some of the oldest, tallest trees on Earth, the giant sequoias. Imagine standing next to a tree that's been around for over 1,000 years. Think about the history it's witnessed. You could hike here for days and still not see everything: the hidden trails, the peaceful valleys, the wildlife that calls this place home. But there's always that one moment isn't there. The moment that leaves you breathless. Maybe it's the first time you spot Half Dome in the distance, rising dramatically against the sky, or that instant when you round a corner and see a waterfall crashing down, its mist cooling your face. What will your moment be? If you're a nature lover, an adventurer, or someone looking for a slice of serenity, Yosemite is your playground. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place that stays with you long after you've left. Curious about what other wonders the USA has to offer? Stay tuned, because we're only just getting started. What's your unforgettable Yosemite moment? Drop a comment below and share your favorite adventure or dream experience. Number 2. Zion National Park. Imagine walking through a canyon where the walls rise up around you like natural skyscrapers, glowing with shades of red and orange. Zion National Park in Utah is a landscape like no other, a place where nature's artistry is on full display. As you step into the canyon floor, the towering sandstone cliffs loom above, almost overwhelming in their size and grandeur. These ancient rock formations have stood for millions of years, shaped by wind and water into some of the most stunning scenery you'll ever see. But the best part, you're not just observing from a distance, you're right in the heart of it. Here, you can walk through narrow canyons, gaze up at the monoliths, and feel like you're part of the landscape itself. Zion isn't just about the view, though. For the adventurous, this park is a playground. Hikers can explore trails that range from easy strolls to heart-pounding ascents. One of the most popular hikes, Angel's Landing, offers breathtaking panoramic views, but it's not for the faint of heart. Sharp drop-offs and narrow paths, this is thrilling as it is beautiful. But if you're looking for something even more unique, try canyonwandering, slipping through slot canyons, rappelling down cliffs, and exploring hidden corners of this magnificent park. And let's not forget the climbers. Zion's vertical sandstone walls are a draw for those who crave an adrenaline rush. What would it feel like to scale one of these towering giants? The challenge is real, but so is the reward when you reach the top and look out over the vast desert landscape below. Number 3. Denali National Park. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to stand on the edge of untamed wilderness, Denali National Park in Alaska is the place where that dream comes to life. Stretching over 6 million acres, this park is home to some of the wildest, most dramatic landscapes in the world. And at its heart, towering above everything else, stands Denali, the tallest peak in North America. As you approach the park, the jagged, snow-capped peak of Denali pierces the sky, a natural wonder that has humbled even the most seasoned explorers. But this isn't just about a mountain. Denali National Park offers a deep dive into the wild. The vastness of the landscape swallows you whole, making you feel like you're a small part of something much bigger. An untouched world where nature is king. For the adventure seekers, Denali is a dream come true. Hiking and biking trails lead you through pristine forests and across wide-open tundras, where the only sounds you hear are the rustling wind and the calls of distant wildlife. And if you're feeling particularly bold, mountaineering on Denali is an experience that pushes you to your limits, physically and mentally. What does it take to conquer North America's tallest peak? Only the most daring find out. And speaking of wildlife, Denali offers a front-row seat to nature's most impressive creatures. Yourself on a quiet trail, spotting a grizzly bear in the distance, or watching as a herd of moose moves gracefully through the forest. Wolves, caribou, golden eagles, they all call this wilderness home. It's a rare place where animals roam free, unbothered by the presence of humans. But Denali is more than just a destination. It's a test of what you're made of. It's where you can push past your limits. How far would you go to experience this kind of wilderness? There's only one way to find out. Before continuing the journey, I have a request for everyone watching. If you can help me, it only takes 10 seconds to hit the subscribe button. This really helps our channel grow and means a lot to us. In return, my team and I are committed to continuously improving the program for you. Do we have a deal? Number 4. Grand Canyon. What would it feel like to stand at the edge of one of the most iconic landscapes in the world? The Grand Canyon in Arizona offers that moment, where words fail and nature speaks for itself. Carved by the mighty Colorado River over millions of years, this immense natural wonder is so much more than just a place to see. It's a place that leaves you in awe. As you walk to the edge of the rim, the canyon opens up before you, stretching endlessly in both directions. It's hard to wrap your mind around its size, 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and more than a mile deep, so the sheer scope of it pulls you in. The layers of rock, painted in hues of red, orange, and gold, seem to change as the sun moves across the sky. Every moment here feels like a new discovery, whether you're watching the sunrise cast a soft glow over the cliffs or witnessing a dramatic sunset turning the canyon into a sea of shadows and colors. For those who crave adventure, the Grand Canyon offers more than just incredible views. Ever thought about seeing it from above? Helicopter tours soar over the canyon, giving you a bird's-eye view of the vast, rugged landscape below. And if you prefer to be on the ground, the challenging rim-to-rim trail is an experience you'll never forget. So this hike pushes you through changing terrains, from pine forests to desert landscapes, offering a true test of endurance. But you don't have to be a seasoned adventurer to feel the canyon's magic. Simply standing on the edge of the rim, gazing out into the distance, you can feel its power. Number 5. Yellowstone National Park. Let's venture into a land where the earth itself breathes, bubbles, and erupts. Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, a place that feels like nature's grand experiment. Yellowstone isn't just any park, it's the world's first national park, and there's a reason it's captured the hearts of explorers and adventurers for over a century. But what makes Yellowstone truly special? It's a land of extremes and wonders. One of the park's most iconic sights is Old Faithful, a towering geyser that erupts with clockwork precision, shooting boiling water high into the air. You can practically feel the tension as you wait for the earth to release its pressure, a show that never fails to leave visitors in awe. And then there's the Grand Prismatic Spring, a living, breathing kaleidoscope of color. Its rainbow-hued rings, stretching from fiery orange to deep blue, look like something from another world. As you stand there, watching steam rise from the vibrant waters, it's hard not to feel like you've stepped into a natural painting, crafted by the hands of time. But Yellowstone isn't just about spectacular sights. It's also home to a wide array of wildlife, from bison grazing in open meadows to bears and wolves roaming through the forests. The chance to spot these creatures in their natural habitat is a thrill in itself. Every corner of the park offers a new adventure, whether you're hiking through towering canyons or watching herds of elk move across the plains. Ready to embark on an unforgettable journey? What part of this natural wonder excites you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. Niagara Falls. So now, let's head to a destination where the sheer power of nature is on full display, Niagara Falls. Stretching across the border of the United States and Canada, this is one of the most awe-inspiring spectacles you'll ever witness, an iconic wonder of the natural world. Standing just a few feet away from the thunderous rush of water, where over 6 million cubic feet cascade every second, the sound alone is enough to make your heart race, but it's the view that leaves you breathless. Niagara Falls isn't just one waterfall, it's a combination of 3, Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Brittleville Falls, each adding its own stunning beauty to this incredible scene. As you approach the edge, you feel the cool mist from the falls on your face, and you can't help but be mesmerized by the sight of the water crashing down with unstoppable force. It's a moment that makes you feel small, yet completely alive, like you're witnessing one of nature's most powerful performances. And whether you're viewing the falls from an observation deck, taking a boat ride right up to the base, or even seeing them lit up in vibrant colors at night, Niagara Falls never fails to impress. It's no surprise that millions of visitors come here every year, many of them returning again and again, drawn back by the fall's timeless beauty. But here's the thing, Niagara Falls is more than just a quick stop. Beyond the falls, the surrounding area offers plenty of ways to experience the local culture and history, from scenic parks to museums and even the nearby wine region. So, is Niagara just a bucket list destination? Or is it something that might surprise you with how much it has to offer? Number 7. New York City. What if you could step into a city that feels like the heartbeat of the world? Welcome to New York City, a place where dreams collide with reality, where every street tells a story, and where life moves at the speed of light. The first thing that hits you when you arrive is the energy. Times Square's neon lights flood your senses, the constant buzz of people moving in every direction, and the hum of taxis navigating the avenues. It's an overwhelming yet exhilarating experience, and in that moment you realize you've arrived at the center of it all. But beyond the flashing lights and towering skyscrapers, New York City is a city of layers. From the peaceful greenery of Central Park, a perfect escape from the urban rush, to the jaw-dropping view from the top of the Empire State Building, where the city spreads out before you like a living map, there's no shortage of landmarks that capture the spirit of the Big Apple. And yet, it's not just the famous spots that make New York City unforgettable. It's the neighborhoods, the people, and the cultures that come together in one incredible melting pot. You can stroll through Chinatown, experience the vibrant art scene in Brooklyn, or savor an authentic slice of pizza in Little Italy. Each corner of the city offers a different world to explore, a blend of cultures that makes New York one of the most diverse and fascinating cities on the planet. New York is also the epicenter of culture and entertainment. Whether you're catching a Broadway show, visiting world-class museums like the Metropolitan Museum of Art or the Museum of Modern Art, or simply soaking in the creative energy of the trade, there's something here for everyone. The best part? No two visits are ever the same. New York is constantly reinventing itself, with new experiences waiting around every corner. So, what's it like to explore the city that never sleeps? That's for you to discover. But one thing's certain, New York will leave a lasting impression, and we've only scratched the surface of what this incredible city has to offer. Stay with us as we continue this journey through the best places to visit in the USA. So what's next? You'll have to keep watching to find out. Number 8. Boston. Step into a city where history comes alive around every corner. Boston, Massachusetts, isn't just another destination, it's a living museum that takes you back to the founding moments of America. But there's more to this city than just its past. With its charming architecture and vibrant, seasonal foliage, Boston is a place where tradition meets modern culture, offering something for every traveler. Strolling down the Freedom Trail, a path that weaves through 2.5 miles of the city, connecting 16 historic sites that tell the story of the American Revolution. You're walking in the footsteps of revolutionaries, standing where important events like the Boston Tea Party took place, and soaking in the atmosphere of a city that helped shape the United States. From the famous Paul Revere House to the historic Old North Church, Boston's history feels personal, almost tangible. It's something you don't just read about but experience firsthand. But Boston isn't just about the past. It's a city full of life, with tree-lined streets that burst into stunning colors during the fall, giving the city an almost magical feel. Take a walk through its historic neighborhoods, like Beacon Hill, where gaslit cobblestone streets are lined with red brick houses, or explore the waterfront in the Seaport District, where modern art installations and lively outdoor markets showcase the city's creative side. And then there's the culture. Whether you're catching a game at Fenway Park, home of the Red Sox, or wandering through one of Boston's world-class museums, like the Museum of Fine Arts, you're never far from something memorable. Not to mention the rich academic atmosphere with prestigious institutions like Harvard and MIT nearby, adding to the intellectual and vibrant energy of the city. Number 9. Philadelphia. Next, let's visit a city where history echoes through every street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Known as the birthplace of America, this city is not just a key chapter in American history, it's where the story of the United States truly began. Independence Hall, where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were signed. Imagine standing in the very room where revolutionary leaders, like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, debated the future of a nation. This isn't just any historic site, it's where the foundation of American democracy was laid. And then there's the Liberty Bell, an enduring symbol of freedom. Its iconic crack may seem like a flaw, but it's a reminder that the fight for liberty is never perfect, yet it's always worth striving for. How does it feel to see such a symbol up close, knowing it represents a nation's journey toward equality and justice? But history isn't all that Philly offers. The city is also a cultural hub with must-see spots like the Philadelphia Museum of Art, where art lovers can immerse themselves in world-class collections. And of course, don't forget the famous Rocky Steps. Whether you're a film fan or just want a great view of the city, running up these stairs is practically a Philly tradition. To walking through Philadelphia, you'll feel the balance of old and new. The city's cobblestone streets and historic landmarks blend seamlessly with a vibrant modern culture, making it a place where history is very much alive. And whether you're taking in its revolutionary spirit or enjoying its rich art scene, Philadelphia is a place that connects you to the roots of America and keeps you engaged with its dynamic present. Ready for the next stop? Stay with us because there's even more to uncover in our journey through the best places to visit in the USA. Number 10. Washington, D.C. Next up, let's head to the heart of American history and government, Washington, D.C. Known for its iconic landmarks and rich political history, the nation's capital is more than just a hub of power. It's a city where the past and present blend together, offering travelers a unique chance to explore the story of the United States in an up-close and personal way. Standing before the White House, where the decisions that shape the country, and sometimes the world, are made. Or walking along the Capitol building, where historic debates and monumental laws have unfolded. It's one thing to read about these places in history books, but being there in person adds a whole new level of awe. But Washington, D.C. is more than just politics. The National Mall stretches out like an open-air museum, with memorials and monuments that remind you of the people and events that have shaped the nation. The Lincoln Memorial, reflecting across the pool, with the Washington Monument in the background, these are images that capture the spirit of America's journey. For history buffs, a visit to the Smithsonian Museums is a must. From the National Air and Space Museum to the National Museum of American History, you can explore exhibits that make you feel like you're walking through time. But even if history isn't your main interest, DC has something for everyone. This cosmopolitan city is also a melting pot of cultures, with neighborhoods like Georgetown offering a taste of classic American charm, and areas like Adams Morgan bringing together diverse cultures and cuisines. There's a lot to explore beyond the landmarks. Whether you're sampling global cuisine or wandering through unique markets, DC is a city of endless discoveries. So is Washington, DC just for politics lovers? Absolutely not. It's a city that tells the American story, from its foundations to its ever-evolving future. and offers a mix of history, culture, and diversity that will keep you coming back for more. Number 11. New Orleans. Ready to step into a city where every street feels like a celebration? New Orleans, Louisiana is unlike any other place in the U.S. where French Creole culture, jazz, and vibrant festivals fill the air with energy and excitement. Let's start with the architecture. As you walk through the historic French Quarter, you'll be surrounded by beautifully ornate balconies, colorful buildings, and narrow streets that tell a story of the city's rich past. Every corner feels like a postcard, blending European influence with the distinctive charm of Creole heritage. But it's not just about what you see, it's about what you feel. There's a rhythm to New Orleans, a city that seems to move to the beat of jazz. And speaking of jazz, this is where it was born. New Orleans is the soul of American music, where legends like Louis Armstrong shaped the genre. Imagine standing in a small club on Frenchmen Street, the smooth sounds of a trumpet filling the air, while locals and visitors alike lose themselves in the music. Whether you're a die-hard jazz fan or just someone who loves live music, New Orleans makes you feel the magic of every note. And then there's the food. Creole and Cajun dishes like gumbo, jambalaya, and beignets are as iconic as the city itself. Each bite tells the story of the diverse cultures that shape this incredible city. Whether you're grabbing a po' boy from a street vendor or sitting down for a fine dining experience, the flavors of New Orleans are unforgettable. Of course, we can't talk about New Orleans without mentioning Mardi Gras. This annual celebration of life, music, and color takes over the streets every year, turning the entire city into one giant parade. It's more than just beads and floats. It's a symbol of the city's spirit, a spirit that never seems to fade. But Mardi Gras is just the tip of the iceberg. New Orleans is alive with festivals and traditions all year long, from jazz festivals to cultural events, making it a place where there's always something to celebrate. It's a city that's deeply rooted in tradition, but never stops evolving, inviting everyone to be part of the story. Number 12. Savannah. If you've ever dreamed of stepping back in time to a place where Southern charm meets timeless beauty, then Savannah, Georgia is the destination that will steal your heart. Known for its quaint cobblestone streets, elegant Victorian architecture, and the kind of charm that feels straight out of a novel, Savannah is a city that invites you to slow down, take in the sights, and savor every moment. Strolling through the historic district, where the streets are lined with century-old mansions draped in Spanish moss. The grand trees, with their long, sweeping branches, create a canopy of shade that makes you feel like you're walking through a secret garden. Every block you turn feels like a painting brought to life, ornate iron balconies, lush gardens, and beautiful squares that are perfect for a quiet moment of reflection. One of the most picturesque spots in the city is Forsyth Park, a sprawling green space where locals and visitors alike come to relax, picnic, and take in the fresh air. At the center of the park, a majestic fountain sparkles in the sunlight, surrounded by flowers and trees that make it feel like you've entered a storybook. Whether you're walking hand in hand with someone special or simply soaking up the peace, Forsyth Park offers a refreshing escape from the everyday. But Savannah isn't just a beautiful scenery, it's a city rich with history and tradition. You can tour the elegant 19th century homes, some of which have been preserved as museums, to get a glimpse into the life of Savannah's past. The city's unique blend of Southern culture and historic preservation makes it feel like time has stood still while still embracing the vibrancy of modern life. And there's something magical about Savannah's atmosphere at night. As the sun sets and the street lamps flicker on, the city takes on a whole new character. With ghost tours weaving through the haunted history of the city and cozy restaurants offering a taste of Southern hospitality, Savannah draws you in with its charm both day and night. What's it like to experience the quintessential Southern city? It's a feeling that can't quite be captured until you walk its streets, take in its beauty, and let the city's history and charm wrap around you. Number 13. San Antonio. Let's dive into the heart of Texas, where history and modern charm blend seamlessly. San Antonio offers more than just a glimpse into the past. It pulls you into a story you'll never want to leave. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of San Antonio? It's probably the Alamo, right? But there's so much more beneath the surface. The Alamo is more than just a historic site, it's a symbol of resilience. As you walk through its stone walls, you can almost feel the echoes of history, the struggle, the courage, the sacrifices that shaped Texas as we know it today. But after you've soaked in the history, the city's Riverwalk invites you to experience something totally different. Strolling along a peaceful river, shaded by lush trees, while the energy of the city hums around you. Restaurants, shops, live music. It's a vibrant and lively stretch that transforms as day turns into night. There's something magical about watching the city lights dance on the water while you sip on a drink, soaking in the mix of cultures, food, and festivities. So will you find the same excitement exploring its rich history as you will uncovering its modern-day energy? Well, that's the beauty of San Antonio. It keeps you guessing, and there's always more to discover. Number 14. Los Angeles. Welcome to Los Angeles, California, the entertainment capital of the world. But there's more to this city than just glitz and glamour. It's a place where dreams come alive, and if you look closely, you'll see a city bursting with stories waiting to be discovered. Hollywood is where it all begins. Walking down Hollywood Boulevard, where every step takes you past stars and is immortalized in gold beneath your feet. This iconic stretch isn't just a tourist spot, it's a tribute to the legends that built the world's most famous film industry. Yet, the air buzzes with the possibility that maybe, just maybe, you'll brush past the next rising star or catch a glimpse of a celebrity on their way to an audition. But don't stop there. If you venture west, you'll find Venice Beach, where the energy shifts to something more relaxed yet vibrant. Colorful murals, eccentric street performers, and the sound of the Pacific waves crashing against the shore. It's a haven for free spirits, and a place where every corner feels like a snapshot of California's laid-back lifestyle. And if you've ever been curious about where the rich and famous call home, LA delivers. Tours of the stars' homes take you into the hills, winding past multi-million-dollar mansions and giving you a peek into the lives of Hollywood's elite. Is it the allure of fame or the city's infectious creativity that keeps drawing people in? That's something you'll need to experience yourself. No matter what part of LA you explore, the city leaves you wondering what you'll discover next. Number 15. San Francisco. Let's head to San Francisco, the city that feels like a postcard coming to life. But what's the first thing you think of when someone mentions San Francisco? Most likely, it's the Golden Gate Bridge, standing tall and iconic against the backdrop of rolling fog and sweeping views. As you approach the bridge, it's not just a feat of engineering, it's a symbol of the city's bold spirit, inviting you to explore the sights that make San Francisco unforgettable. Panoramic views aren't hard to find here. Whether you're watching the sunset behind the bridge or looking out over the bay, every corner of the city offers a stunning vantage point that captures the imagination. Take a short boat ride to Alcatraz Island, where the walls whisper stories of daring escapes and infamous criminals. As you walk through the now silent corridors, you can feel the tension of its history. How did some prisoners make it out of one of the most escape-proof prisons in the world? That's a question that keeps the island's mystery alive. And then there's Fisherman's Wharf, a lively spot where the smell of fresh seafood fills the air and street performers entertain as you stroll past quirky shops. It's here that you feel the energy of the city at its peak, with every corner offering something to discover. But if you want a taste of San Francisco's unique character, you have to experience its famous streets. Driving down Lombard Street, with its dramatic curves and steep incline, it's not just a road, it's an adventure in itself, part thrilling, part scenic, and completely unforgettable. Number 16. Chicago. Next place is Chicago, the Windy City, where steel and sky meet in a skyline that tells a story of innovation and artistry. It's a city that rises above, both in its towering skyscrapers and its cultural impact, making it one of the most captivating destinations in the U.S. Chicago is famous for its architectural feats. As you stand beneath the city's soaring structures, you can feel the weight of history and vision combined. Imagine gazing up at the Willis Tower, formerly Sears Tower, one of the tallest buildings in the world, with its sleek, sharp lines cutting through the clouds. Or walking through Millennium Park, where modern art and design merge seamlessly with the city's natural beauty. Standing in front of the iconic Cloud Gate, better known as the Bean, you can see the entire cityscape reflected in its gleaming surface, an experience that's as much about perspective as it is about art. A Chicago story doesn't just rise from its buildings, it flows through its music. This city gave birth to legends in jazz and blues, shaping the soundtrack of American culture. Step into a dimly lit jazz club, and you'll hear notes that seem to capture the soul of the city. A mix of joy, grit, and raw emotion. It's a sound that resonates, drawing in music lovers from all corners of the world. And if you're looking for history with a view, head to the Navy Pier. This bustling waterfront destination is a blend of old and new, with its century-old history as a shipping hub now transformed into a lively spot for entertainment, food, and family fun. Take a ride on the Ferris wheel, and you'll see Chicago laid out before you, from the shimmering waters of Lake Michigan to the sprawling urban jungle that stretches beyond. Number 17. Seattle. Now let's explore a city where the future and nature meet, Seattle, Washington. This is a place where towering pine forests brush against a skyline that feels plucked from a science fiction movie. And what better symbol of that futuristic spirit than the Space Needle? Rising high above the city, it's more than just an observation tower. It's a bold statement of innovation, offering views that stretch from the bustling downtown to the snow-capped peaks of Mount Rainier in the distance. But Seattle isn't all sleek architecture and modern design. It's also deeply rooted in history and culture, and nowhere captures this better than Pike Place Market. To walking through a maze of fresh produce, artisan goods, and the occasional flying fish, literally, as the fishmongers toss their catch to entertain the crowds. The market's energy is contagious, and every step feels like a journey through Seattle's rich food culture, with its world-class seafood and local flavors. Yet, just beyond the city's urban hustle lies an outdoor paradise. Seattle is surrounded by pine-covered hills and serene waters, making it a gateway to some of the best hiking, kayaking, and outdoor adventures the Pacific Northwest has to offer. Whether it's a morning spent hiking through evergreen forests or an afternoon kayaking on Lake Union, Seattle's natural beauty is never far away. Number 18. Miami. Let's dive into Miami, Florida, a city that feels like a non-stop celebration of life, where the sun, sea, and vibrant culture create an unforgettable experience. So waking up to the sound of the ocean waves brushing up against Miami's famous sunny beaches. But there's more to Miami than just its crystal clear waters. This city pulses with Latin influence at every turn. Stroll down South Beach, and you're met with the pastel hues of Art Deco architecture, each building telling a story of Miami's glamour at Serene. It's almost like stepping back in time while still feeling the modern energy of the city. So this is where old-school charm meets cutting-edge nightlife, and the streets are alive with music, dance, and the thrill of discovery. As the sun sets, Miami transforms. The sounds of salsa spill out of clubs, people fill the streets, and you can feel the city's infectious rhythm. What will you discover in Miami? There's a lot to explore, but you'll have to stick around to find out more about the next iconic spot on our journey. Number 19. Atlanta. Next on our journey is Atlanta, Georgia, a city where gleaming skyscrapers rise against a backdrop of lush, green landscapes. Here, the hustle of urban life blends effortlessly with nature, offering visitors the best of both worlds. You might start your day exploring the CNN Center, where you get a behind-the-scenes look at one of the world's largest news networks. But right around the corner, a completely different experience awaits: the Georgia Aquarium, home to thousands of sea creatures, swimming in one of the largest aquariums on the planet. But here's something that might surprise you. Atlanta isn't just about towering buildings or tourist hotspots. It's a city that oozes southern charm, with friendly locals, vibrant neighborhoods, and a history that runs deep. Despite its modern innovation, you'll still feel the warmth of the South in everything from the food to the people. So is Atlanta a must-see? Is it the blend of cutting edge with rich history? Or the way the city welcomes you with open arms while offering so much to explore? Maybe it's both. Number 20. Hawaii. If you're dreaming of a destination that feels like a world apart, yet remains within the US, Hawaii is your answer. An endless horizon of turquoise waters, the sound of waves gently lapping against pristine beaches, and warm, tropical breezes that carry the scent of plumeria flowers. But that's just the beginning. Hawaii isn't just about breathtaking scenery. It's a place where adventure and serenity go hand in hand. Whether you're a thrill seeker riding the perfect wave at one of the world's top surfing spots, or simply sinking your toes into the soft sands of a quiet beach, Hawaii offers a little something for everyone. But beyond the beaches, there's a deeper story, one steeped in rich indigenous culture. You can feel the history in the ancient ceremonies still practiced today, from the haunting chants of the hula kahiko to the symbolic offerings made in respect to the land and sea. Every corner of these islands whispers tales of tradition, inviting you not just to observe, but to experience. To hear, the possibilities are endless. You could be hiking up volcanic craters one day, swimming with dolphins the next, and capping it off with a sunset luau, feeling the pulse of Hawaiian culture in every drumbeat. Hawaii is more than a vacation spot. It's a place where your spirit can find both adventure and peace. Number 21. San Diego. A place where the ocean breeze greets you every morning, and the sun never seems to leave the sky. San Diego, a coastal gem in Southern California. Known for its mild climate year-round, San Diego offers the perfect blend of natural beauty and vibrant city life. From its vast stretches of sandy beaches to its bustling harbor, this city has something for everyone. Start your day exploring the iconic Balboa Park, an urban oasis filled with museums, gardens, and, of course, the world-renowned San Diego Zoo. This isn't just any zoo, it's home to over 12,000 animals, some of which you won't find anywhere else in the world. Walking through it feels like stepping into a different ecosystem with every turn, making it an unforgettable adventure for travelers of all ages. But San Diego isn't just about its sights. There's a rich, cultural heartbeat that runs through the city. You can taste it in the local cuisine, with Mexican influences woven into nearly every bite. From authentic tacos to fresh seafood caught straight from the Pacific, the food scene here is worth the trip alone. yourself savoring a fish taco with the warm, salty breeze in the air. It's an experience that brings both the city and the sea to life. What sets San Diego apart is its ability to cater to both adventure seekers and those looking to unwind. Whether you're paddleboarding along the calm waters of Mission Bay or enjoying a sunset stroll on Coronado Beach, this city leaves you feeling refreshed and recharged. Number 22. Orlando. If there's one destination that can make you feel like a kid again, it's Orlando, Florida. Known as the theme park capital of the world, this city is a magnet for families, thrill seekers, and anyone who's ever dreamed of stepping into their favorite storybook. From the moment you arrive, you're met with an electric energy, a feeling that anything is possible, and the promise of adventure around every corner. Of course, it's impossible to talk about Orlando without mentioning the crown jewel, Walt Disney World. Whether it's your first time seeing Cinderella's castle, or you've been here a dozen times, Disney has a way of making each visit feel magical. You yourself wander through Fantasyland, meeting beloved characters, and watching your kids' eyes light up as they experience the magic for the first time. But it's not just for children, adults, too. Get swept up in the nostalgia and wonder of Disney's enchanting worlds. But that's just one chapter of Orlando's story. Dive under the sea at SeaWorld, where you can come face to face with marine life, or visit Universal Studios, where cinematic thrills await. Whether you're soaring over Hogwarts on a broomstick, racing through Jurassic Park, or facing off with superheroes, the rides are designed to pull you into new worlds, making you feel like the star of your own blockbuster. How do you decide where to start when Orlando has so much to offer? The choice is yours, but whichever path you take, one thing's for sure, you'll leave with memories that will last a lifetime. Number 23. Las Vegas. A shimmering oasis in the middle of the desert, where the neon lights never sleep. Las Vegas, Nevada, a city that thrives on spectacle, energy, and the pursuit of extraordinary experiences. But what makes Vegas truly unforgettable? Sure, it's famous for its glitzy casinos, but there's so much more to the city than just the roll of the dice. Stroll down the Strip, and you'll be greeted by towering landmarks like the majestic Caesar's Palace, where ancient Roman grandeur meets modern luxury. Then, there's the Bella Joe, home to mesmerizing fountain shows that dance and twirl in perfect harmony with music, a visual symphony that's bound to leave you spellbound. What's the allure? It's not just the extravagant casinos or the endless entertainment options. Las Vegas has mastered the art of recreating the world's wonders, all in one place. Fancy a visit to the Eiffel Tower? You'll find a near-perfect replica right here. Craving the canals of Venice? Take a gondola ride at the Venetian. It's like traveling the globe without ever leaving the city limits. And when the sun sets, Las Vegas truly comes alive. The nightlife here is on another level. Think world-class shows, mind-blowing performances, and parties that go until dawn. It's where every night feels like a celebration, and the possibilities are endless. Number 24. Aspen. A place where the crisp mountain air meets a stunning mix of adventure and history. Aspen, Colorado, a destination that offers a perfect escape, no matter the season. So what makes Aspen so special? For many, it's the slopes. Aspen is world-renowned for its premier skiing, with 4 distinct areas catering to everyone, from beginners to seasoned pros. But beyond the snow, there's a deeper story. Wander through town, and you'll see remnants of Aspen's rich past as a booming silver mining town. So charming Victorian architecture stands as a reminder of the city's origins, adding a unique character you won't find at other ski resorts. Yet Aspen isn't just for winter lovers. When the snow melts, the mountains transform into a haven for summer explorers. Yourself hiking through the breathtaking Maroon Bells, where towering peaks reflect off crystal-clear lakes, or imagine strolling through lush, wildflower-filled meadows, surrounded by nature at its finest. And here's something to think about. While Aspen's slopes are legendary, it's the balance of thrilling outdoor adventure and rich cultural history that makes this town unforgettable. Whether you're carving through fresh powder or hiking through a sunlit valley, Aspen gives you the best of both worlds. Number 25. Sedona. A place where the landscape feels otherworldly, where every turn reveals a scene worthy of a postcard. Sedona, Arizona, a hidden gem nestled among striking red sandstone formations that seem to glow under the sun. But what is it that makes Sedona stand out? It's not just the jaw-dropping views, though they're impossible to miss. Sedona has a vibrant art scene, attracting creatives and spiritual seekers alike. You'll find galleries filled with everything from modern art to Native American crafts, reflecting the town's deep cultural roots. And if you're looking to recharge, Sedona's spiritual retreats offer a calming escape, with the area's famous energy vortexes drawing in people seeking healing and inspiration. What's even more remarkable is how nature becomes an artist here. The towering red rock formations, like Cathedral Rock and Bell Rock, don't just frame the landscape, they define it. These natural landmarks create the perfect backdrop for photography, inviting you to capture moments that are as timeless as the scenery itself. Whether you're hiking through the rugged terrain or simply watching the sunset paint the rocks in fiery shades of orange and red, Sedona offers endless opportunities to connect with nature. So while Sedona is known for its spiritual side, it's also a place of discovery. What draws people here? The art, the landscape, or the sense of serenity? Maybe it's all of the above. Whatever it is, Sedona leaves an impression that lasts long after you've left. So that's it for the timeless wonders of the USA. Each destination has a fascinating story to tell. If this journey through the USA has sparked your passion for travel, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for more adventures as we take you around the world. There's a world of discovery just around the corner, and we can't wait to share it with you.